Hello everybody, this will be an overview of Chapter 17, Information Technology in a Supply Chain. Just as an overview, we'll go over each section. 17.1, the role of an IT in the supply chain. 17.2, the supply chain of IT framework. 17.3, customer relationship management. 17.4, internal supply chain management. 17.5, supplier relationship management. 17.6, the transaction management foundation. 17.7, the future of IT in the supply chain. 17.8, risk management in IT. And 17.9, supply chain IT in practice. And then we'll answer a discussion question at the end. So 17.1, the role of IT in a supply chain. Information technology serves as a glue that allows other supply chain drivers to work jointly for a well-coordinated supply chain. Information technology is crucial because it forms a basis in which the supply chain is able to perform. IT consists of hardware, software, and the people in the supply chain who are able to establish relevant information and to add to the organizational supply chain. For the information technology to support effective supply chain decisions, it must have accurate information, accessible and timely information, the right kind of information, and the shared information throughout the supply chain. Information technology is used for the following varieties of decision makings: about facilities, inventory, transportation, sourcing, pricing, and revenue management. 17.2, the supply chain informational technology framework. The supply chain informational technology framework are the processes that are within the supply chain can be classified into three main focus areas: customer relationship management, CRM, specifically the interactions with the customers. Number two, internal supply chain management, internal supply chain management, ISCM, specifically the interactions that are internal to the organization. And number three, supplier relationship management, specifically the supplier and the organization. 17.3, customer relationship management. The goal of CRM macro process is to generate customer demand and facilitate transmission and tracking of orders. That was taken straight out of the textbook. A degraded CRM process is correlated with a drop in customer demand and also a poor customer service because of the orders not being processed or executed correctly. The key processes that are accomplished in the CRM macro section are marketing, strictly the customers to target, how to target, and the products offered. The selling, all the information is combined for the accomplishment of the sales. Order management, management of the orders placed and the ability to track that progress as it goes through to the customer. And call service center, assist in the order placement, suggestions, and problem solving. Internal supply chain management, 17.4. The internal supply chain management macro process is focused on the operational processes that are internal to the organization. This encompasses the processes that are involved with planning and then additionally fulfilling the customer's order. These are strategic planning, decisions on locations and capacity of facilities; demand planning, forecast and analysis of demands, prices and promotions, for example; supply planning, forecast and resources to meet the optimal plan; fulfillment, the accomplishment of the supply planning, pretty much the specifics; and field service, after the product has been received by the customer. 17.5, supplier relationship management. The supplier relationship management macro process focuses on the relationship between the organization and the supplier of the products that the organization consumes. The integration of the supplier's abilities into the supply chain are imperative for overall supply chain success. Supplier relationship management consists of design collaboration, improvement through sharing information, source, supplier selections, management of contracts, etc. Negotiate, dealing with requests for quotes to possible auctions, dealing with the whole price spectrum. Buy, gaining the needed supplies from the supplier. Supply collaboration is the forecast, production plans, inventory level sharing across the whole chain. 17.6 Transaction Management Foundation. Transaction Management Foundation. In the early 1990s, there was a minimal attention on the three macro processes that we just discussed. Within the startup of this foundation, the processes of automation and transaction management establishment for future decision support were the main focus areas. However, as thought of today by the authors of the textbook, the real value of the Transaction Management Foundation can be extracted only if decision making with the supply chain is improved. 17.7 Future of IT and Supply Chain. The three largest trends that will affect the future of information technology in the supply chain are the growth in software as a service, for example, SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft increasing availability, increased availability of real-time data, and that opportunity to design rapid insight by the real-time data that you've received, increased use of mobile technology, for example, Groupon offering mobile users deals through email. 17.8 Risk Management in IT. The risk can be broken down into two main sections. The risk of installment of a new system. Mitigation for this would be the piecemeal installments or the double system, kind of a backup or a slow moving process to install the new system, make sure it works. The risk of depending on the IT to make organizational decisions and execution of processes. Mitigation, use IT to help make decisions, processes, and not depend on them for the solution. 17.9 Supply Chain and Information Technology in Practice. Straight out of the textbook here we have the 5 steps. Select an IT system that addresses the company's key success factors. Take incremental steps and measure value. Align the level of sophistication with the need for sophistication. Use IT systems to support decision making and not to make decisions. And think about the future. Discussion question. For the IMSE 881 class, we were supposed to pick one discussion question and answer it. My discussion question was, discuss why the high technology industry has been the leader in adopting supply chain information technology systems. In my opinion, the reason why they have is technology is fast-paced and easily obsolete just on strictly timing. If you hold on to inventory too long, it could be obsolete. That high tech means you must stay ahead of the competition, have to be on the cutting edge of everything coming down the engineering and technology pipeline. And the use of the IT system to assist in decision making for a quicker turnaround, passing that information back and forth up and down that chain is almost more valuable than anything else. And thinking about future innovations. So in conclusion, we've gone over the sections of chapter 17 in the textbook, and we've answered the discussion question. Thank you.